between the Salt Lake City Flyers and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visitors, Salt Lake City, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And this coaching staff has to be pleased with how their defense played last week. They held their opponents to 3 points, and that was it. If they get anything comparable to that performance, this one's in the bag.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Richards. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Richards. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
The Colts send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Right where this set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They'll drop to throw. Throwing it a traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 13 yards that time and a first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Back to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 2nd and 5. toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll look to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
2nd and 9 now. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So he's stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped him for no gain.
And his kick is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the 1st. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get him the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here.
It's now 2nd and 10.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 on top of this.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Richards. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. This is Reese on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 29.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The quarterback taken down and sacked.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Flush to his right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count, if you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move, as that gives him a 1st down. It's a pickup of 6.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Salt Lake City with the football here to begin quarter 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he's able to get in there and make a great play.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
It looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now it'll be 4th and short.
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
The hitch route works. It's something you see quite a bit on 3rd and 4th down in these situations, and they got it to go for.
And what you're counting on is a couple of things. One, you want the guy catching that route to make people miss right away, almost like a punt returner. And 2, you're expecting to pick up some blocks once he gets to the 2nd level, able to get downfield. And on that play, everything came together.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Back to throw again. Flushed out. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And for the 2nd time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And this one is incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Back to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 3rd and 7. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line.
The Colts getting another possession here on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
2nd and 4. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down now, but that clock rolling. He finds his man, complete. That's Richards. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith.
And he will have a first down as they're in the field goal range now at the 30.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. The drive keeps moving.
Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of the team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where you see the final score there. A 31-point win, 38-7, the final. We'll stay in the NFC East as we head down to the great state of Texas to check on the Cowboys at home at AT&T Stadium. And as you see, they were losers earlier this afternoon. 35-21, the final score. And then lastly, we wrap up the week with a good one on Monday Night Football between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for our visitors in the first half. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help him out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the comebacker. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 2nd and 5. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his big tight end here.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 16. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Flyers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Wide open receiver complete.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Completes this one to Meredith.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff up the middle. Richards.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down now, it's Richards. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You understand why. He plays a game with great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll set up to throw. Flush to, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Up the middle they go. It's Richards, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. He's got the connection to Moore. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you could argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. Normally, you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter. But the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know. Maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They'll get 34 yards there.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
To number 2. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 14-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. They'll set up a throw.
Out route, and it's complete to Brown.
Touchdown! An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Flyers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
2nd and 14. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
And the Colts, first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Intercepted. They'll take over.
This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
For the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
Complete to number 7. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21.
Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reese. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
That's good for the Colts. First down.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Intended for number 13. Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Looking sideline, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Brings up a 3rd down.
They'll look to throw again. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 41-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
A gain of 6 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for our visitors,
They improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule.
and they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.